Versatile Infotainment provides thousands of informative videos of our viewers. If you want more informative videos, please like and subscribe our channel. So let's go our topic.
The politician Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel is worth a whopping $13 million. The 3 times that Benjamin Netanyahu led the nation as prime minister were from 1996 to 1999 and again from 2009 until 2021. Then, incredibly, in November 2022, he was elected again. He worked in the business sector between his first 2 terms before joining Ariel Sharon as Minister of Finance and Minister of Foreign Affairs. Netanyahu, a very divisive person both domestically and internationally, was charged with bribery, fraud, and breach of trust in 2019. Childhood and schooling. Zila and Benzion, 2 secular Jewish parents, welcomed Benjamin Netanyahu into the world on October 21, 1949, in Tel Aviv, Israel. He was the second of 3 children. He attended Henrietta Sold Elementary School in Jerusalem throughout his formative years. After that, Netanyahu and his family relocated to Cheltenham Township, Pennsylvania, in the United States. He participated in soccer, debate, and chess at Cheltenham High School. After graduating, Netanyahu joined the Israel Defense Forces by returning to Israel. He completed military training and saw action in a variety of operations throughout his 5 years of service with Sayeret Matkal, an elite special forces organization. In 1972, Netanyahu was released from active duty and went back to the US to enroll at MIT. We were used to. After briefly returning to Israel in 1973 to fight in the Yom Kippur War, he went back to MIT to complete his architectural degree. After that, Netanyahu graduated with a master's from the MIT Sloan School of Management. He was pursuing a doctorate, but after his brother Yonatan was killed in Operation Entebbe, he put his studies on hold. Career started. Following his graduation from MIT in 1976, Netanyahu worked for 2 years as an economic consultant for the Boston Consulting Group. After that, he went back to Israel and, in memory of his late brother, established the Yonatan Netanyahu Anti-Terror Institute. Netanyahu was director of marketing for Jerusalem's Rim Industries from 1980 until 1982. He made a lot of political contacts in this period that eventually led to his appointment as Israel's permanent representative to the UN, which he held from 1984 to 1988. From 1993 to 1996, the opposition leader, After his return to Israel in the late 1980s, Netanyahu became a member of the Likud Party. The Likud Party was defeated in the 1992 Israeli legislative elections. As a result, the party conducted a primary election to choose Netanyahu as its new leader. He proceeded to compete for prime minister in the 1996 legislative election while serving as leader of the opposition. In the end, Netanyahu defeated Shimon Peres to win the position, making history as Israel's youngest prime leader. Head of state from 1996 until 1999. Netanyahu tried to negotiate with Palestinian President Yasser Arafat during his first term as prime minister. He also strained Israel's ties with Jordan by ordering the death of Hamas leader Khaled Mashal. In addition, he started Israel's transition to a free market economy by liberalizing the country's economy. During his tenure, Netanyahu faced significant opposition from the political left and became embroiled in several significant scandals involving allegations of corruption. Ehud Barak and his One Israel party defeated him and the Likud party in the 1999 election. Career in the private sector. After losing the 1999 election, Netanyahu left politics for a while and went into business for himself. He was employed as a senior consultant for 2 years by Bat Yam Advanced Communications, an Israeli maker of communications technology. Go back to the government. Following the collapse of Barak's cabinet in late 2000, Ariel Sharon was appointed as the new Prime Minister of Israel. After being persuaded to enter politics once more, Netanyahu was named Minister of Finance before becoming Minister of Foreign Affairs. From 2003 to 2005, he held the latter role. During that time, he carried out significant economic changes that were credited with generating record high levels of foreign investment and economic growth. But later, Netanyahu and Sharon had disagreements, especially over the plan for Gaza disengagement. He consequently tendered his resignation as finance minister in August of 2005. Leader of the House 2009-2021, tragically. Netanyahu again assumed the position of leader of the opposition of Likud after Sharon resigned to create his new party, Kadima, and held it from 2006 to 2009. Even though the party lost the 2009 election to Kadima, Netanyahu was still able to form a coalition government and win a second term as prime minister. He proceeded to guide Likud to triumph in the elections of 2013 and 2015. After years of political impasse between Netanyahu's Likud and Benny Gantz's Blue and White alliance, the parties came to a coalition deal in 2020 that called for Gantz and Netanyahu to take turns as prime minister. But in late 2020, the alliance fell apart and fresh elections were called for 2021. After Naftali Bennett and Yair Lapid established a cabinet in June of that year, Netanyahu was dismissed as prime minister. Then, for the third time, he was named leader of the opposition. Criminal lookups and indictments. Netanyahu was the focus of criminal investigations into allegations of corruption beginning in 2017. He was charged with fraud, bribery, and breach of trust. Netanyahu became the first prime minister of Israel to face criminal charges while he was still in office when he was formally charged in November 2019. He may spend a total of 13 years in prison if found guilty. Individual life. Netanyahu with Miriam Wiesman, his first wife, in 1972. In 1978, the couple welcomed a daughter, Noah. That year, Netanyahu's marriage to Wiesman ended due to his involvement with Fleur Cates, a student at a university. In 1981, Netanyahu with Cates, and the two later got divorced in 1984. In 1991, he married Sarah Ben Artzi, a flight attendant, for the third time. Yair and Avner are their two sons together. Ruth Bar, Netanyahu's peer advisor, and the politician had an affair in the early years of their marriage.